kids, and welcome back! Would you like to paint a cheeky little minion with me today? You would? Well, let's go and find one and get painting a cheeky minion! Yay!
So excited! I hope you're excited too. So for this painting, you will need a lot of yellow because we know minions are very yellow. You'll need a lot of blue because they wear a lot of blue. And then a little bit of black, a little bit of red, and a little bit of white. Let's get painting. I'm so excited to do this with you today. I've also got my paper, my paintbrushes, some water, and of course some kitchen roll. So let's get painting. So the first thing we need to do is paint the oval shape of the minion's body. Now I'm going to paint Kevin. Do you know Kevin the Minion? You do? Okay, brilliant. I'm going to paint Kevin today. So I'm just going to get my paintbrush and I'm going to take a big scoop of yellow and we're going to draw an oval for Kevin. So let's draw his little oval body and he's going to look a little bit like a banana. You don't have to paint Kevin, you can paint any minion you like. You could even make up your own minion. Maybe draw yourself as a minion. So I'm going to draw his arms now using a small paintbrush. And you can draw his arms wherever you like. I'm going to draw them here. A dot there and a dot there. Because he's got a very big head. So for his arms, I'm going to do hands on hips. Like he is the boss. One there, one line there, and one line there. We can make that thicker if we like. It's going to have hands on hips. And another line there, and another line on his hip there. Now he looks like a banana with two triangles. So let's give our brush a wash. Okay, the next step is let's paint his outfit on. This is exciting. Now, we know that minions love to wear blue because that is what they work in most of the time. So I'm going to get my blue paint with my little brush and we're going to start drawing his clothes. So we know we can do half a semicircle down here because he's going to wear his trousers down here. So we can paint that in, just where his hands are, just gone a little bit underneath. Don't worry if you're painting over the yellow, that's okay if it's still wet. Brilliant. Okay, now he's got a blue bottom. Lovely. Now we need to give him two little legs. So maybe one here. And these are rectangles. See that? A rectangle there, a rectangle here, and then all we're going to do is paint it in. And we can add more blue paint to cover up the yellow. Oh, this is so much fun. He's already looking very cheeky. Can anyone do an impression of a minion? Hello, I'm a minion. I can't do one. I'm not very good. Okay, now he wears dungarees, so what we need to do, we need to draw a square from the middle of his leg. You see how that's the middle, and another dot at the middle of his leg. And the square is going to go all the way up to his arms, and we're just going to draw a line, like so. Actually, this is now a rectangle, this is not very square. And then let's guide them lines together. Lovely. And now let's paint in this rectangle. Okay, perfect. Now all we need to do is draw some straps on. So for the straps, we're just going to draw a line from the corner all the way round above his arm. Okay, perfect. This is looking really funny. Now we're going to wash our brush. And it's time to give him shoes and gloves. Because Kevin wears gloves when he's at work. So let's take some black paint on our little brush, and we're going to draw one curve on his hand, like a backwards C. That you see, like just a curve and a flick. We're going to just do a little curve underneath where the yellow bit finishes for his hand to create the shape of a hand, and it looks like a comma, so we're drawing a comma for his hand. So again, a backward C all the way up to the top of his arm, and then a little semicircle just underneath his arm. There we go, we got 2 commas for his hands. Perfect, now let's draw his shoes. For his shoes, we're going to draw 2 semicircles. Okay, so we're going to start 2 little dots underneath his trousers, and then we're going to draw a big semicircle to connect the 2 dots. Well done everybody, you're doing so great! Now let's draw a line to connect the dots at the bottom, and let's paint in the shoes. This is looking so good. You're all doing such a fantastic job. Okay, now let's give him some hair. So Kevin has black hair and he has little tiny strokes for his hair. So we're going to use a small paintbrush dipped in our black paint, and we're just going to draw some nice curved lines like this, coming out from the middle of his head. Perfect, lovely. He's starting to really look like Kevin now. Perfect work everybody. We can make these as long as we like or as short as we like. He looks a little bit like a pineapple now. Okay, now let's give our mucky brush a rinse. And we need to draw on his glasses. So for his glasses, let's take some white paint, a big blob of white paint, and all we're going to do is mix in a tiny blob of black paint to make a grey. This looks a little bit like silver. So now we can paint using this colour. I'm going to dip my brush into that beautiful grey that we made, and I'm going to draw 2 big circles for his glasses. Lovely work everyone, this is looking fantastic. Now let's wash our mucky brush. And now we're going to draw his eyes. So let's take a little bit of white paint on our paintbrush and let's paint halfway up the glasses. So it's an upside down semicircle. Lovely work everyone. Halfway up. He's got his eyes shut a little bit. Let's make sure we really paint that white in, because he's got very white eyes. Great work everyone. Now let's wash our mucky brush. And shall we give him a smile? So for his smile, I'm going to take a little scoop of yellow paint and a very tiny bit of black paint. So we have got our dark yellow paint on our tiny paintbrush. So let's give him a smile. Just a nice big curve all the way up. If you want, you can also do the smile in black paint. Okay, now it's time to finish him off and give him some eyes. So Kevin has brown eyes. To make brown, we're going to mix red, blue, and yellow. Let's give that a mix. See, it's turning brown. Fantastic work, everyone. Lovely. Now we have our brown paint. Let's paint on some eyes. We need a big scoop, a big blob at the end of our paintbrush, and we're just going to gently drop a little blob on his eye. Because our paint's wet underneath, we need to be extra careful. I'm going to take a big blob again on my paintbrush and just blob it on his little eye. We need a bigger blob, so gently just tap and let go. Blob. Lovely, look at his eyes. They look great, everybody. Okay, shall we carry on? Because we can do more to this. Under his glasses, he's got a little bit of shadow. So for the shadow, I'm going to just add some more black to this grey that we mixed. And it's going to make a nice dark grey. And we can use that to paint our shadow. So let's take our dark grey paint and do a beautiful curve underneath this bit of goggle here. And under this goggle here as well. Perfect. Looks like eyebrows a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, well done everyone for painting Kevin. He looks fantastic. Now, we could give him, we could be more creative. We could use our dark grey paint and we could paint a little shadow. And that's just some wiggly lines underneath where he's standing. And then we can draw a curve. Using our brush, we can just do some wiggly lines like this. Just make a little bit of a shadow using the grey paint. Okay, so that's Kevin. We have painted Kevin the Minion today, and I've loved painting Kevin. He's so cheeky. If you want, you can get extra creative and paint a background or maybe another minion. I hope you had fun today. If you can't wait for the next video, I have a free colouring book that an adult can print off. Just ask them to click the link in the description box and they'll print it off and you can colour in. Okay everyone, bye for now and I'll see you in the next video.